Hey everybody, it's Heather. How have y'all been? Doing good. It is Sunday, September 11th. In America, may you never forget. In anywhere else in the world, God rest the Queen. Very sad. Today we are filming our 15th Unofficial Official Podcast. It's been a bit longer than I expected since the last one, but you know, I have kids and I homeschool them and they are loud, so I don't have a lot of free time to film. But I am filming today, and today I have 3 finished objects and 2 works in progress. I am not going to show you my husband's socks. I showed you in the last video that I had one finished. I have not cast on the second. Sorry, husband. I told him he'd probably get them by Christmas. I do have another sock, a sock that I'm working on. It is currently in my car. My car is not here. So I can't show you that. And I have one more sock that I have cast on, but it's like this big, and I'm not going to waste our time with that. That is, I'll show you that next week because I will be knitting on it a little bit today. So before I get into knitting, I just have to say that the elephant in the room is this beautiful boot. I broke a bone in my foot Wednesday night and it hurt. So I went to the doctor and they x-rayed it, and I have a break in this bone here on my foot. So I have to wear this beautiful boot that I decorated with stickers for 4 to 6 weeks. I'm hoping that I don't have to wear it for that long because that's a long time. And if you would like, look at my beautiful little mushroom earrings. My daughter bought these for me and I love them. They're so cute. Okay, so let's get into finished objects. Last episode, I showed you that I was knitting a Linus shawl. It was for my entry into the Across the Pond shawl knit along, hosted by Ruth Loves to Knit podcast and I think 3 Little Monkeys. I have completed it and it looks totally different, as you can see. When you saw it last, it was like a light blue and a light green and maybe a little bit of white in some spots. Decided that wasn't my colors that I'm going for right now, so I overdyed it once I finished knitting it, and I think it's so cool. It's like grungy green and it's got these like heavier brown spots. Like, to me, this is like grunge to the max, and I love it. It's such a fun color now. I really like it. One of the main reasons that I overdyed it was, one, the colors weren't what I'm wearing nowadays, but also I played yarn chicken and I ran out and I didn't have enough to do the bind off. So literally, let's see, I think start here. So this is the bind off. Yeah, I literally had this much on the bind off that was in bare yarn. So I had to dye it. And if you can tell, it's lighter green. If you really look closely than this, because it was not dyed yet. So this is my Linus shawl, finished entry for the Across the Pond shawl knit along. Ta-da! I love it. I didn't have much left to go on the last episode, so I finished it rather quickly. So yeah, I like it. My next finished object is something that I had told you all that I was going to knit. It is a shrug for my daughter. It is I believe the Florida Reef shrug. I will leave a link below to the pattern on Ravelry because I do not, for the life of me, remember who designed it. This was the Florida Reef shrug. Like I said, it is knit in many different yarns, in black and gray in this case, because that's what my daughter likes. I knit it in a bunch of different yarns, and you knit it flat, then you seam it up. And I have realized I hate seaming. I've always known I hated seaming, but I realized you can crochet them together, and that is like so much different than seaming, and it looks fantastic. Like, it's even and it looks good. I knit this with all sorts of yarn. It literally has almost every fiber I could think of in it. It has acrylic, it has silk mohair, it has cotton and bamboo, it has merino single ply, it has merino with lurex or stellina. It has some mohair, it has alpaca, it has everything. I love it so much. And my daughter loves it. She's worn it once. I mean, big surprise. You make things for your teenagers and they don't wear them. But what it is it is a shrug. Like, this is the back of it. So you put it on like this, and then you put your arms, let me see if I can do this without messing it up with my watch. So you put it on, and it's kind of like foo-foo-y, I guess you could say. It's very foo-foo-y. I might be able to do this, I don't know. There. She wore it over a tank top or either a dress, I can't remember, which either would look really good. So you wear it like this. Let me take this off so you can see it better. Well, you know, I don't know how to wear clothes apparently, but like that. And then it's got like belled sleeves. This sleeve is a little bit more noticeably belled because this yarn is heavier. This one curls up a little bit, but it's still definitely belled. And it has these eyelet yarn overs and stuff throughout, so it's like grungy and cute and flirty all at the same time. And my daughter loves it. She says she loves it. What I thought was fun, and I actually showed her, like if you really didn't want to wear it as a shrug and you were kind of cold or anything, you could take it off and just hold it together like that and wear it as like a scarf. Now your neck is warm, right? I think that's pretty cool. It could be used as both. If you check out the page that I'm going to link below, my daughter has actually been put into the Ravelry project page, like the main page, the pattern page, wearing it. So it's really cool. You'll get to see my daughter wearing it, which is kind of cool. Yeah, this was a super easy knit. You knit it on really big needles. If I remember correctly, maybe US 13 needles or something like that. It's really big. See, that's why you can use many different gauges of yarn or different weights of yarn, and it doesn't really matter because some sections are way holier and then some are not. I held some yarn double to give it a little bit more difference and contrast, but I love it. She loves it. It was a fun knit. I'm honestly thinking of different ways that I could knit that into different clothing options for her, because that's the kind of thing she likes to wear. And I think it would be fun if she had different versions of it. So I'm thinking about doing another one for her. Okay, my last finished object is a tank top. I told you all last time that I wanted to knit a tank top and I just wanted something boring and basic. Well, I decided to just knit something out of my own mind, which wasn't that bad. Actually, it turned out rather good, I think. This is, oh, that's the back of it, my tank top. Ta-da! Looks really big, but it's drapey, and that's okay. I am on a weight loss journey currently, and so I'm going to try to not knit any more tops right now until I get to my goal weight, because I don't want to have to knit to get rid of them, because nobody I know would wear shirts that I would wear necessarily, so I don't want to knit them and then them go to waste. I would have to like frog them and reuse the yarn. I'm not going to do that. But this is my tank top. What I did was I cast on, where did I start? I don't remember if I knit this. Yeah, I knit this bottom up. And I knit for so many miles. And then I put the back on hold. I knit the front, which I think is kind of cool. Like, I decided that instead of knitting these two completely, the two cups flat, and then like knit, and then knit, and then up here, and then join at the top and like, you know, seam them or whatever you're gonna do. I decided to carry my yarn for some, a cool effect. I think it actually looks really cool. you look, let me see if I can get this. This is probably better. Like, that one needs to be pulled. There we go. If you see, I carry the yarns, so it has like a, kind of like a sexy little peekaboo type in between the cleavage, and I like it. I knit up and then I knit the straps flat. I didn't really want to do an I-cord. I thought about doing an I-cord, and then now that they're done, they kind of roll. So they kind of look like I-cords, which is whatever. Super simple, really. I mean, when I got done though, the underarms were too low, so I just picked up stitches and I knit back and forth a couple rows, and then I bound off, and now it's higher, which is better for me. And when I blocked it, I thought it would be fun. It wasn't really long enough for my liking, because, you know, mom bod. I decided to block it and do like waves so that it has a little bit more interest. So it's kind of like a scallopy looking bottom, but it's just blocked that way. It's not knit that way. And I didn't want to put a waistband on it. I wanted it to kind of curl up. I kind of like that look. So I'm going to try it on and show you what my brain came up with for a tank top, and I'll be right back. Ta-da! I can't stand up because I have a broken foot, but I will try. There you go. It's the bottom of it. It is a little bit big. I have lost a few pounds on my weight loss journey recently, so honestly, I could already take this in a little bit, but it's also probably because of the bra that I'm wearing. I guess, I don't know what it is. It's a little big on me. Now. It wasn't, but the fun thing about this is it would be cool over a dress or underneath like overall type things. So, I'm not going to frog it anytime soon unless I lose a good bit of weight, and then I would probably frog it and reuse the yarn and make another type of tank top, because it is kind of big on me. Now that I look at it, I wore it once, I think. I thought I wore it. Maybe I didn't wear it. Maybe I knit it and then just, guys, look at this tan line from being outside and walking. T-shirts, real life. But I don't know. It's okay. It's now that now I'm second guessing it completely. Like, it could use to take in that much, and I might do that. I might just like take in the sides, because I mean, I can do that. Take in the sides. Yeah, I think if I just did that, it would be better all around, and I think I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'll do that, and the next time you see me, I will have it to show. Maybe. So that is all of my completed objects, my finished objects. I am going to put my t-shirt back on, and I will show you my works in progress, okay? 1 second. Okay, so works in progress. Like I told you, I have the one sock that's in my car. I have one self-striping sock that I just started. I'm making a self-striping Rose City roller. I don't have it up here with me. I will show it to you the next time I podcast, because it will have more on it. But I'm going to show you my main works in progress right now. I only have 2. One is a test knit, and I have to finish it by the 15th. So that is my only project that I am currently working on, mainly. I will work on them socks a little bit today, because I am knitting a pair of socks in my favorite NFL team colors, and I am only going to knit them while I'm watching that team play. So this is a shawl by Spruce Lane Designs. It is going to be called the Viridis shawl, V-I-R-I-D-I-S, Viridis shawl. And I only have this many rows left. Seems like a lot, but it's not that bad. I really only have 1.5 of these left to go, of this section, like that much, not that bad. So this is the shawl that I have so far. It's rather large. I mean, I'm currently on row 215, and this is it. It's huge. I mean, right now it's almost, let's see, how close? I'm gonna drop my stitches. It is to being, oh, it is my wingspan. It's already bigger than my wingspan. It's gonna be big, and that's pre-blocked because as you see, it's lace, so it's gonna be huge once it's finished. But I hope to finish tomorrow. I am using the recommended dyers yarn. I am using Moss Fibers yarn in her Moss Cashmere Sock and her Moss Mohair. The pattern called for 2 skeins of fingering weight yarn and 1 skein of mohair. I had the 2 skeins of finger and weight cashmere. She wanted it done in the finger and weight silk yarn. Yeah, merino silk that Moss Fibers has. But I'm like, I already have 2 of these. Can I just use these and then grab a mohair? And she's like, that's fine. So that's what I did. I have lots of Moss Fiber yarns because I like her. She's a great dyer. So this is the Viridis shawl. It is going to be released later this month. The colors I'm using are, the green is Envy, and it is 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. 452 yards, so beautiful. And the gold or yellow color is All That Glitters. It is 72% Super Kid mohair and 28% mulberry silk. 459 yards, 250 grams. So that is what I'm using. I am hopefully gonna be done within the next day or so because, like I said, is due on the 15th. My son's birthday is the 14th, so I'd like to be done before his birthday. So this is her. Ain't she pretty? She's actually really pretty. She's easy to remember or memorize. This is a gorgeous shawl, and I totally recommend it to you all. So that is my main work in progress until I finish this. I'm not knitting anything else because I have to be mature and finish the test knit, right? I would show you a picture of it on here, but my pattern is like, well, I'll show you this picture if I can. That is her picture. It would be a paid for pattern. I don't want to show you anything. So my last work in progress is another shawl that I wanted to knit for the Across the Pond shawl knit along. That is being hosted by, like I said, Ruth Loves to Knit podcast and 3 Little Monkeys. This one is also an entry. I actually found this test knit by Ruth Loves to Knit, put a post out on her Instagram page, and I saw it and I'm like, ooh, I could knit that. I got that. And I was accepted. So this is my last entry because the knit along ends on September 30th. And once I finish this one, I'm pretty sure that this one will be pretty quick because it's a really fun and enjoyable knit. This is the Shawl of Secrets by Sarah Knight. This is in a Sheepies yarn, the after party booklet that I got in one of my Sheepies mystery bags from yarn.zen or something like that. I can't remember. It is pretty cute. This is a paid for pattern, so I'm not going to show you all of it, but in this pattern they wanted you to use, how many balls? It called for 7 balls of Sheepy's Secret Garden, and I only had 2 balls. And I didn't want to knit it in that anyway. I wanted to knit it in something else. So what I did, I thought it would be fun if I changed it up completely. And I am using my own yarn, not my yarn that I dyed, but yarn that I had in my stash. Stash diving for the win. And because it calls for like yarn A, B, C, D, E, and F, I'm going to show you. What it is you knit so much, you knit a section in A, and then you knit a section that's B and A striped, then you use a section, knit a section of B, then you do B and C striped, and then you do C, and then D and C striped, and then D, like that. Okay, so that's the gist of this. I am using all one color, but I am using 3 different bases of the same color. See? Okay, so what I'm doing is I am knitting this shawl using 3 different bases of the same color by Chelsea Luxe Yarns. This is the duet. It came with 2 skeins in one, rolled up together or braided together. It is Chelsea Luxe yarn, hand dyed, refined local yarn in New Jersey. I am using her cobblestone base, which is falling apart now. And it is 90% superwash merino, 10% nylon, and it's 438 yards. So this is my yarn A, okay? I've never knit with cobblestone yarn, so this is new to me, but it's fun. I actually love it. My second yarn is her Luxe Mohair, which is 72% kid mohair, 28% silk, 459 yards. And the color is 80s Radio, all 3 of them. So here's the mohair, here's the cobblestone, and I'm also using her Luxe 80-10-10 base, which is 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon, and 400 yards. So that is this one. And what is really cool is that although they are the exact same color, they all look kind of different in the different bases, which I love. So these 3 yarns, this is my A yarn, my B yarn, and my C yarn. Well, what I'm gonna do is just keep switching them, okay? So I'll show you what I have so far. How did she get so tangled? All right, this is a top down like this. So far I have, the first section is my A, which is slub. My second section, which I did not read the pattern correctly, and it is much larger than it is supposed to be, is these garter stripes and A and B. So I got the slub and then the mohair. And then the next section was another section of stockinette, which is in B, which is the mohair. And then the next section, which I'm now into the garter section again, which is in B, the mohair, and C, the cashmere merino blend. And then I will do the next section, which will be a garter section, will be in the cashmere merino blend. And then I will go back to swapping in the first yarn again. So it will be like D, E, and F instead of A, B, and C. So ain't she cute? Like, this is flying off the needles when I knit it. It's a super simple pattern. You got this increased spine down the middle. I do believe I had to do a garter tab cast on. At least that's what I think it's called. They didn't have the name of it, but I had never done it before. So it's like in here in the slub. It's really fun. But it's turning out gorgeous, and the color is so cool. Like, guys, I have a feeling that if I finish this in the next 2 days, I could easily have this finished by the 30th, and then I could have 3 entries into the Across the Pond shawl knit along, and that would be cool because I never finish anything in time for the knit alongs. Plus, I kind of need to have this finished before October 1st because if anybody in the knitting world knows, it will be Mystery Knit Along Time by Stephen West, and I do have that excitedly planned in my planning. I have the yarn. I have 2 of the yarns. I had all 3 picked out, and then I realized that my pop color was too speckly because apparently he's not like asking you to use speckles or anything. He wants you to use like 2 main tonals and then a pop of color. So I am going to dye up a pop of color maybe today actually. Then I can do a short video of the colors I chose and tell you about them because I dyed them myself, which is exciting. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll finish up dyeing today. Yeah, I'll have it ready to go. So that is my last work in progress. I don't have any acquisitions to show you because I am on a strict yarn diet. The only yarn I'm going to get probably for the rest of the year is bare yarn to dye. And maybe, oh, I'll get my advent calendars. I have 2 advent calendars coming. One, which is the Opal Minis, and then I have, well, 3 technically. I have the self-striping 24-day self-striping yarn skeins, and then I have one of the little baby Opal Mini skeins, and then I have one hand-dyed. I don't remember the name of the company that I bought it from. It was a new to me company, so I'm excited. I've never used her yarn before, but her inspiration picks were gorgeous, so I'm very excited about that. So I hope everybody is having a great day. I will be back probably by the end of the week with my West Knits Mystery Knit Along colors to show you, because like I said, I dyed them and I'm excited to show them off. So yeah, I hope everybody's having a great day and staying safe and keeping hope alive. Bye guys.